The standoff between the City of Johannesburg and Informal Traders continues, with the latter alongside the Socio-Economic Rights Institute of South Africa having taken the legal route. Now this over the removal of Informal Traders members in parts of the city in the wake of a cleaning up campaign carried out by city officials. General Secretary of the South African Informal Traders Forum, Phaaloh, joins us live now to talk about why they feel that their human rights are being infringed upon. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So before we even get into the part of the conversation that talks about your grievances, are you ready for the face-off with the city tomorrow?
Thanks a lot, Bongiwe. Thanks to your viewers at home. It's very unfortunate that we are always ready. We were ready when the day our members were told not to work. But unfortunately, we keep on getting our case to be postponed because we are getting from the judges that the city lawyers are always requesting that they must give a postponement. Like tomorrow, we are ready to go to court. But unfortunately, around 4 o'clock today, our lawyers called us. They said the city approached the courts for another postponement.
Are they saying why they want to postpone?
Our case now, it will be heard, not tomorrow, but they're saying they're not ready. They are not ready with the filing of the...
All right, Brian, let's try to see if your line will hold, because you seem to be disappearing somewhat. So they say they are not ready to continue with the case.
No. They're saying they are not done with the papers. They are still busy with filing papers. They are busy with their filing of affidavits, answering affidavits. Then, therefore, they approached the court. They requested another postponement. Remember, Bongiwe, this case was supposed to sit last week on Tuesday, but it is...
Okay, Brian, let's try to get you on a different line, because it is important what you're saying, because if you're saying that the city is not ready, I find it so interesting, because the mayor told my colleague Thulasizwe Simelane at the weekend that in fact the city is ready to proceed. They do have their own officials and lawyers who are ready with the papers and are ready to defend the position of the city when it comes to this cleanup campaign. So we will then try to circle back to this conversation, because it is quite an interesting one, given the fact that when you think about the length of time that some of the traders would have been allowed to continue to trade. It's also the nub of the issue here. So we'll try to circle back to that conversation with Brian in just a moment. Let's circle back to this conversation with the South African Informal Traders Forum, and we're in conversation with Phaaloh, who is the General Secretary there, as we look at the face-off with the City of Johannesburg tomorrow. So, Brian, you're saying that the city is going to be asking for yet another postponement, and I was saying to you, it's interesting because the mayor told a colleague of mine, Thulasizwe Simelane, that in fact they are ready, the lawyers are ready to proceed, but we are hearing that they are now not ready. In your view, is this to delay, or is it a genuine not being ready?
Thanks, Bongiwe. It's very unfortunate. We don't know any trick that the city is trying to apply. Whether they're trying to delay or not, we are trying to talk to our leaders and members that they must be patient. Whether they are saying Friday or whenever, the courts will be tired of the city trying to ask for a postponement. One day their case is going to be heard. And let us just be patient enough, because it's almost a month now when our members were removed by the city without explanation, without anything. But they come to court and tell us that in the courts that they are not ready.
The city says this is a cleanup campaign, and the traders who want to continue must do so at the designated spots, and they must do this within the prescripts of the law, meaning that they need to be getting the permits themselves. That's what the city is arguing.
No. How can they conduct a clean-up campaign and remove people who are trading legally so. Remember, our members that we are representing in court, they didn't allocate themselves there. They were allocated by the City of Johannesburg. They've got a contract with the City of Johannesburg. They are paying rentals on a monthly basis to the City of Johannesburg. How can then, therefore, the mayor of the City of Johannesburg just wake up the other day and decide that he's going to stop people to survive without notification, without anything, without any notice, without any consultation? I don't think the laws of South Africa allows that. Hence, we decided that, look, let us go and argue this in the court of law.
So do
Maybe
they have the
court of
required...
laws, they will assist us.
Do your members have the required permits?
Members, presently, Bongiwe, there's no one who's got a permit in the City of Joburg, except those who were given on a special occasion that was attended by the city mayor on Friday. Everyone who's trading on the streets, they've got permits, but they expired. Then we are in a process with the city as stakeholders to make sure that we implement that smart card system in a proper way. But we were shocked when City of Johannesburg, led by the mayor, woke up the other day, they decided to shut down the streets.
So quickly then, because when you look at what has been happening, people have just been left to put whatever stall anywhere. This raises all kinds of security concerns in some of the cases, but also in others, it raises a whole lot of concerns about the cleanliness of the city. So are you against this move to try and clean up, which a lot of people were complaining about, or is it the processes here that you are arguing against?
Actually, we are trading on the street. We are making money on the street. It's our will and wish that the streets should be kept very clean. But you cannot come and remove people, Bongiwe, and say that's clean up. Are you saying people are dirty? So that's not what we are supporting. And secondly, the people that are removed on the street, they are trading in the designated areas. Where are the areas where they should trade that the mayor have got an idea of where they're going to be allocated to? Let it be then that the mayor maybe and the council, they decided otherwise about a certain street. There are laws to follow. It's very clear in South Africa. You follow the Business Act. Those are the things that we are expecting from our leaders and the political heads, not just people who will wake up tomorrow and decide to clean the city because they're claiming that the city is dirty.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for your time. Let's see what happens then, as you say that the city is asking for a postponement tomorrow. We'll see what happens with the proceedings, but definitely will be interesting to also speak to the city here to understand why are they seemingly not ready when it comes to proceeding with this particular case. That's the General Secretary of the South African Informal Traders Forum, that is Brian Phaaloh.